Chum 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 of the month. Welcome to this month's Chum of the Month. I would like to introduce the world, who doesn't already know her, to my wonderful, wonderful singing teacher, Manuela Ochakovski, who is over in London at the moment teaching many anxious students and putting us all to rights and settling us and making us all wonderful. Manuela, welcome to Chum of the Month.
Thank you. Thank you.
So it was very lucky and fortuitous for me that I met you at a time in my life that I was feeling, I don't know, I've always been sort of quite confident about my technique and I've always been very happy with my sound. But it came to a point and I was thinking, well, you know, I'm getting to an age now and I think I need to sort of get a bit more sort of turbocharge or a bit more resonance. Yes. And as luck would have it, a mutual friend of ours, Mari Angel, introduced me to you, and within seconds you had given me a bloom, a resonance, you reconnected me with my support.
Yes.
Yes, she says, as if this is the most normal thing in the world. And it really has ignited me to have a real enthusiasm once again for singing technique.
I'm very glad to hear that.
Well, I think the world over should be very glad to hear it, because it's really paying dividends, I think, as far as I'm concerned. And one of the things that really shocked and slightly made me quite ashamed is the whole thing about support. Singers always talk about support.
Yes.
And I think so many of us don't really know what we're talking about, or we assume that support is from one area, and because our big bellies are going in and out, then that is support. And the one thing you've reacquainted me with is this whole use of the whole musculature at the back, and how deep you can go, and how that just helps everything and takes away the stress from the larynx. So how did this all work for you? I mean, for a start, you're a singer yourself.
Yes.
So how did you discover the secrets, the myriad of secrets?
Now, how I discovered at the moment that I had children, something happened with my body.
Yes, of course.
And because I had two cesareans, it was very weird. I couldn't have the same connection with my body as before.
Right.
So then I began to put questions, and luckily I found also answers. And I was helped by my teacher to find these answers.
Yes. Where was your teacher from?
Oh, his name is George Milkrasnaro, and he lives in Germany, and he helped me a lot with this. And he and Magdalena Kolonovic, so these are the two persons who are the most important persons for me as a singer.
Yes.
They helped me a lot. And when he could not work with me, she could. So, and it was an arrangement between them.
So you were very lucky to have not just one really good teacher, but two that worked in conjunction and didn't contradict.
Yes.
Because so often the case, you get conflicting advice from teachers, and you think, well, he's telling me to do that, and she's telling me to do that. And
no, sometimes happened. Sometimes happened.
Well.
So I had to take the conclusions for myself, what was better for me, what felt better for me,
yes.
And to adapt for myself. So
as a young singer yourself, did you have a very natural voice?
Yes, very.
And did you sing in choirs, or did you? How did you develop that voice?
From the basic school, actually, I sang in choir of the school. Yeah. So, and then I did a lot of competitions, national competitions. And when I was at the special music school, which is something else than the, at least in Holland, the music school, which is a school where everyone goes as an amateur. But the music school in Romania at that time was very special because they selected children who had the potential to make music in future as their work.
So they were already picking at a very early age people with
Yes.
the potential
Yes.
for a career in music.
Yes.
Wow. God, how would you know though, with a singer? You know, as a young singer.
I don't know, I started with piano. For my
Okay.
shame, I play awful now. Because I don't practice.
Yeah, me too, of course. At one point I could play a Chopin nocturne with pride, but now forget about it.
But then it's like I started with 6.
At 6 years
6
old?
years old.
Okay. So
Yes, and every day I had 2 hours at the music school.
Right.
So I had to go after the program at the normal school.
on again
In the
for another 2
afternoon.
hours.
Yeah,
That's quite
2
tough,
hours
isn't
per
it?
day.
Yeah. But you obviously had a great love for music and
I
then
had.
again for singing, because you know it's been your life, and it
Yes.
still is your life.
Still, yes.
Yeah.
But I love music in general.
Yes. We were chatting the other day, and I said, "What's your particular favourite repertoire?" And
Yeah.
I was horrified that Manuela loves the bel canto, because to
Yes.
me, I just think it's, you know, sopranos going "Whoa!" for hours on end with no harmonic structure going on underneath. But apparently, it's a lot more than that.
Yes. It's what do you want to say with that music? So if you just make it because it's written in the score and you want to be very impressive, you can do this. But also you can search what you want to say with it, and then it's more interesting.
So the roles that you did in the bel canto, you did a lot of Donizetti, didn't you?
Donizetti, Bellini, Rossini.
And what were the roles that you would have
So
done?
I did Sonambula, I did Lucia di Lammermoor.
So all the real big ones, the
big ones.
huge, yeah.
Big ones,
Wow.
yes.
And you were fearless with them. Were you always, even at a young, because you started quite young doing them, didn't you?
23.
I mean, isn't that really young?
It was, but at 23, actually, I was not permitted to do the whole role. So I just studied there,
Okay.
and I sang just parts,
Okay.
yeah, in concerts, until the director of the opera house in Timișoara said, "Now I think you are ready for your first one."
So already you were having very good advice from the people
I
around
was
you.
very lucky.
Yeah.
I was very lucky.
Because
At the time,
again,
yeah.
we were discussing earlier, it's not always the case that people nurture artists, because you know if you're offered a role, they're inclined to say, "Yeah, go on, you can do it. Of course you can do it. Of course you can do it."
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if 2 years later they've got nothing to do anything with
Precisely.
anymore.
We
But you
had
were
a
obviously
discussion.
very lucky with your
Yeah,
advisors.
yeah, I was.
And so what? Then you had this wonderful glittering career doing all these amazing prima donna roles all over
Yeah,
Europe.
so 20 years.
Wow. And you loved it all the time. You never sort of got.
No, not all the time.
Thank God you're normal.
Not all the
Hooray.
time. I'm sincere. Not all the
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
I had also very, very heavy times,
Yeah.
also in my private life. So, yeah. But then you don't find singing in general very happy.
No, of course. Did you, being the sort of prima donna of that bel canto rep, did you then also do Mozart or?
Yes.
Yeah. So you did everything.
Actually, if you look at the repertoire that I did on the list, you'll find everything from Monteverdi until
Okay. Nice.
Adriana Hölzki.
Yeah.
And
I know you also did lots of contemporary, didn't you?
contemporary.
But
yes.
what about Verdi? Did you ever do anything heavy?
Gilda?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I did Gilda.
Oops! I'm very, very sorry. I had a little mishap with the camera. So this is actually not in real time. This is several months later, and maybe half a kilo lighter from me, but many kilos lighter from Manuela. And basically, I just wanted to round off this lovely interview and to thank Manuela hugely.
Thank you.
Well, not at all. For all her wonderful help with me, and for all the fun that we have and are continuing to have.
Absolutely.
And for all the great heights we are scaling. I'm enjoying it hugely.
Me too.
And I have to
Me
say
too.
that, you know, this is the woman to come to if you want good singing lessons.
Thank you.
So yeah, if you want to get in touch, she's got a website, I've got a website. She's the woman. Meanwhile, Manuela, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.